Hello and welcome to the Voice of TOD. I'm Tom, and today in this video you're probably going to hear a lot of the rain because it's bouncing on the skylight in the studio and I'm afraid there's nothing I can do about it. But to take our minds off the horrible weather here in the UK, Marvel just dropped a new featurette called Marvel Studios Celebrates the Movies, and now, for copyright reasons, I'm not going to play you the video. There is a link in the description that will take you straight to it. And if you are a fan of the MCU, I'd say it's worth your time. Not only for the voiceover from the wonderful, the legendary Stan Lee, who created many of these characters, or was one of many who created many of these characters. His words are also very true. And sitting here, watching the footage, listening to the voiceover, it reminded me why I go to the cinema. Hopefully, most of you will feel the same. And more importantly, Hollywood will listen to the words of the great man. Because I think in those words there is lessons that they need to learn, especially after the last couple of years, and how to get people back into the cinema. But this video is purely about that. It's the first push for their next wave of films. Phase 4 is on the horizon. Black Widow is coming out in the next few months, and this is the big push to get people back into the cinemas to watch these films on the big screen. Something that I am very much looking forward to doing. I have missed the cinema. I love the cinema. It is my happy place. I've said that before. I will say it again. But I'm not really going to cover a big chunk of what's shown here. A lot of it is old footage. They have 21 movies now to work through. So a lot of it is old footage, but we do get to a point where some new bits show up. Now, Black Widow, I think there's some new footage in here, but we do get an extended look at what will be on offer in Scarlett Johansson's solo outing, which is many years overdue at this point, but I'm really looking forward to it. I love Scarlett Johansson. I love Black Widow as a character. I only know her through the films, but I think she was excellent. So I'm really looking forward to seeing this, and this is the kind of film that you go to the cinema to see, just to escape, to get lost in explosions, action, all the good stuff here. I think that, what it's going to do for the future is minimal. The impact on the MCU will be virtually non-existent, judging by the time frame that it's set, but I'm looking forward to it nonetheless, and as I say, it's been a long time coming. We also get a look at Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which, having watched the trailer, I think looks quite good. Again, I will probably go and see it. I grew up on Karate Kid, I grew up on Bruce Lee. And while this is clearly going to be toned down and family friendly, it's a character I know nothing about. It's a villain I don't really know anything about outside of the Iron Man series. And I'm interested enough to see, from the trailer at least, what they're going to give us. So that is, again, it's a possible. We do also get a little bit of a look at Eternals, the first footage. And this is a film that's coming out in November. It's been finished for over a year. Let's not forget that. But they have released first footage. I have absolutely no idea what to think about it. It doesn't really do anything for me, if I'm honest. But okay, they're starting. Hopefully they're gonna just build more in and on this, and on the excitement that this will bring. We do also get confirmation finally, we get confirmation of Spider-Man No Way Home, the third film in the Spider-Man trilogy, I guess. That's December 17th, 2021, so that's this year. I didn't realise it was this soon, I'll be honest. And then we get some title cards for the next 5 or so films. So after Spider-Man, we get Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. This is Sam Raimi helm, so again, Sam Raimi's great. I love what he does. I love his Evil Dead stuff. I'm not a massive fan of Spider-Man as a character, so I never really connected with his films, but you know, what he did is great. And any chance to see Bruce Campbell on the big screen, I'm there. This is confirmed for March 25th, 2022, so again, not that far off considering. So after Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, the next release in 2022 is Thor: Love and Thunder. Chris Hemsworth back as Thor. We do know that Natalie Portman is back as well, probably as female Thor, which isn't a story I know anything about. Taika Waititi's back after quite a big success, it seems, with Thor Ragnarok. It never really connected with me. This seems to be going full 80s, and we know that some of the Guardians of the Galaxy in this, and I'm a huge Guardians of the Galaxy fan, even that doesn't really get me excited for this, but once they show me something, I'm going to allow that to change potentially. But Thor: Love and Thunder is being released May 6th, 2022. We then have Black Panther, officially confirmed, the sequel in July 8th, 2022, and it's going to be called Wakanda Forever. We have heard that there's going to be a fitting tribute to Chadwick Boseman, and rightly so, because he did something amazing in Civil War with Black Panther. He really sold me on that character, and I think his loss will be felt for many years to come. But the next film is on the way, and the next one, November the 11th, 2022, one I'm sure everybody is excited for, Captain Marvel 2, or as it will be called, The Marvels. There is some footage in here of Miss Marvel in full costume. So, if that's a character or they're characters that you enjoy, I'm sure there will be something for you here. Captain Marvel didn't really do much for me. There's bits that I really like. I think Samuel L. Jackson is great in that film. I think the Stan Lee cameo is wonderful. I think the 90s setting is great and the music's great. I kind of didn't love a lot else. But the sequel that we all knew was coming is officially titled and dated there. And then a couple more. They're announcing quite a few release dates on this. Ant-Man and the Wasp. The third Ant-Man film, Quantumania. Again, I love Paul Rudd, but the Ant-Man films don't do anything for me, so I'm not that excited for this. But that's February 17th, 2023. After that, we have Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, James Gunn rightfully back. I'm guessing it's going to be the full Guardians. We don't really know time-wise where this will fit, because the Guardians films run on their own little timeline. We'll see. This is probably the one Marvel film I'm most looking forward to in the future. It's probably the only Marvel film I'm really excited about. So yeah, that's coming out May 5th, 2023. And then the final reveal. This one isn't dated, but Fantastic Four. So I would guess, judging by the release dates of the other films, probably around November, so fall time 2023. We haven't heard anything on the cast. I would love to see John Krasinski and Emily Blunt play Mr. Fantastic and the Invisible Woman, but who knows. Lots have been announced there, lots of little details. You should have seen pictures of the title cards and release dates up on the screen as I've been talking about this. Overall, it doesn't sell me. That doesn't mean that I am not going to get excited about certain things as we see more trailers and more news comes out. But as always, I'd love to know what you think. Are you excited about Phase 4? Are you excited? I mean, the big one for me, the big question mark is Eternals. Because I'm still questioning why we've seen so little and it's out in 6 months. Who knows? Who knows? But let me know what you think in the comments, and as always, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.